This video falls under fair use. Fair use allows commentary, criticism, and reactions. What's up, back with another one. Today we're looking at Camron speaking on how he spotted real talent in Juelz Santana. Check this clip out.
But to me, just me personally, because I like lyrics and I sign artists, not no more, but I used to sign artists too. I ain't got time to sign artists because your problems become their problems. They f***ed up, you gotta, everything always
Their
happens.
rent is your rent.
Yeah, man, it is crazy. But you just know if they have an it factor. Like even when, I'll use Juelz, for example. I met Juelz, he was spitting. I met him through a friend of mine named Tove that I went to school with. And then when I started bringing them around, this is when I learned, when I started to learn who kind of got it, because I wasn't looking at, and still don't get this fucked up what I'm about to say, as saying, the girls might like him, the females might like him, because at that time I would work with females and they like, Cam, he's like that, and he's cute. He cute. You talking about you on his dick? That was my mentality at the time. But you have to look at it like that when you're signing artists. So I thought he had everything. He could rap, and not just rap. You got to know how to make songs. You know how to make hooks. You got to know how to count your bars. You get rappers, they don't know how to count their bars. They don't even know how many 16s or 8s or 12s or whatever. They don't even know how to count bars. And he had the whole package for it. So I liked him a lot. But Mo, for me, what separates good people, good musicians, or I would say with rappers, good rappers from bad rappers, is knowing how to make songs. And of course the it factor that me and Mace talked about. But I love people who know how to bounce on the beat and still compound their words. When I say compound their words, a lot of people don't pay attention to people who compound their words. So like, if you sit there and be like, we're going to the fight tonight and it's be all right. Like this is, you know what I'm saying? Like that's not really that intricate. And we're going to be hyped. Do what you like. You know what I'm saying? Like compounding words, like I just said, when Mace said, lay you on the ground of grass with roses all around your ass pause. Like it's syllables that's all matching. You know what I'm saying? Like you tie dynamite to the rhino type, or wino might find your site. Sell the information for a dime or white. That China. I'm behind the diner selling marijuana to a minor, elder felder, looking for that shine I shine. That's old killer. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? When you compounding and still can bounce and it fit, I'd be like, this is nice. I don't be with the one syllable rappers like that. Only maybe Prodigy didn't have to do that, and I was a super duper fan. Outside of that, if you ain't really compounding your words and making it sound good, it still could.
You can hear how Camron really breaks down the craft and why certain artists stand out.
You can make a song, but you ain't going in the lyricism book with me like that. You got to be able to compound your words.
Yeah.
So if that's the test to you, then how many West Coast hip hop artists fit that mold? Because I feel like as someone who grew up on the West Coast, that was much more of like an East Coast flavor.
Right. Yeah. But at the West time, we respect the culture too. You know what I'm saying? We understand that ain't what they grew up in, and you got to respect what they grew up in. And that's a great fucking question right there, because a lot of them don't compound their words, but it's also the environment that comes with it. Like when you we grew up listening to NWA, we was like, that Easy-E, this nigga telling just suck my dick and don't bite it. Like, we like, nah, I know the ain't just put out an album full of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that, it was more impressed on what the fuck these niggas was saying. Like, nah, get the fuck out of here, B. Snoop Dogg too, you know what I'm saying? Name of the album was Doggy Style. Dr. Dre, his shit was The Chronic. Like, we was like, yo, these niggas is amazing. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I looked at them as well.
Camron explains how he first recognized the potential in Juelz Santana and why certain qualities in an artist immediately catch his attention long before the wider audience notices what they are looking at. He talks about meeting Juelz through a friend from school and says that from the first moment he heard him, it was clear he was dealing with more than a basic rapper. Juelz understood how to put full records together, build hooks, count his bars, and deliver with a natural rhythm that made everything feel polished. Camron breaks down how there is a real difference between someone who can simply rhyme and someone who understands the craft of turning ideas into proper songs that carry energy and structure. He also admits that when he was younger, he did not pay attention to things like overall appeal or how audiences might naturally gravitate towards certain personalities, but with time, he learned that this matters when developing an artist. He then shifts into discussing the technical side of lyricism, talking about compounding words, matching syllables, and bouncing on a beat with layered patterns. To him, that separates strong artists from weaker ones because it shows intention, creativity, and skill. Camron also talks about how different regions approach rap from different angles, saying that places like the West Coast often focus more on attitude, presence, and storytelling rather than dense syllable patterns, and he respects that because each region grows from its own environment.